Now let us continue our discussion on operations on file. A file can be opened in different modes like read, write, append, read and write RW or W plus, read binary RB, write binary WB. So we can open a file in different modes. So following program, in this particular program, I am performing read operations on an existing file. So here I have three different types of reading. In the first one, what I am doing is I am reading entire content of the opened file. Okay, what is the syntax for opening a file? Now FP is a file pointer, and which is equal to, I can use here anything, FP, F1, F3, whatever it is, equal to open, and here the name of the file which I want to open, and in this case the name of the file what I have given is lessons to all.txt, comma, what is the opening mode? Opening mode what I have given is R. So lessons to all.txt is already present in that particular path, and I am opening this particular file in the read mode, and after that I want to read entire content of lessons to all.txt in the variable content. So for that, what do I do? Content is equal to FP is the file pointer, dot read. So I'm using the read function of the object FP, and I read the entire content of this particular file lessons to all.txt, and it is stored in the variable content. And I'm just printing that particular content, that is all the entire content of my file lessons to all.txt is displayed, and I am closing this particular file. So to close the file I should use what? I should use close attribute of FP. Okay, what is FP? FP is a file pointer. So now next what I have done is I am reading one line at a time. I am just reading each line from that particular file. Again, I am opening the file lessons to all.txt again in the read mode. So FP is equal to open lessons to all.txt, comma, read mode. Then I have just initialized one variable I is equal to 1. Then another variable I am using to store the read line from the file lessons to all.txt. So how do I read one line? I use read line function method of the object FP. So read line will get me the first line of lessons to all.txt, because now this particular file is opened in the read mode, so the file pointer is at the top. So now the first line will be read, and that read line will be stored in the variable a line, and I'm just printing that particular a line. What is that? That is the first line of this particular file lessons to all.txt. Then I have just incremented I is equal to I plus 1. Again I am reading the second line. A line is equal to FP dot read line. Now it goes to the second line, because after the reading of the first line, now the pointer is at the second line. So I have given here A line equal to FP dot read line. So the second line will be read in, and it will be stored in the variable a line, and I am printing that particular variable's value a line. So what I will be getting? I will be getting the second line of this lessons to all.txt. Okay, now I want to read lines in a loop. So what do I do? Again I am opening this particular lessons to all.txt in read mode, and what I have done, I am using read lines method of the object FP. In this case I have used read line, whereas here I am using read lines method of the object as FP. So lines equal to FP dot read line. So all the lines of the file lessons to all.txt is stored in read and stored in the variable lines, and what I'm doing now, I'm using the for loop. I'm using the for loop to print the values, the lines present in the variable line. So for line, what is this? The variable line in lines and print line. So each line from this particular variable lines will be stored in brought to line and it will be displayed. And after that I'm just closing that particular file. So let me run this particular program again. Let me run this. So the first one, reading entire file. So these are the 4 lines, 5 lines. The entire content of this lessons.all.txt is displayed now. Reading entire file. Reading a file line at a time. See here, a line at a time. So the first line, knowledge is an important tool to do different things. And the second line, the acquired knowledge should be put to good use. So these 2 lines are printed. Okay. Now, in the third context, read lines in a loop. So reading entire file line by line. So look at this, the first line, the second line, third line, fourth line, fifth line. You can just here in the first case, entire content of the file lessons.all.txt was read and stored in the variable content and it was displayed at once. Here, because of this particular function read line method of this particular object FP, 1 line at a time was read. So once I use this read line, the first line will be read. Okay, because I have just opened it, and after second time I use this read line again, now it will be reading the second line. If I use read line again, it will be reading the third line, like that. Okay, now here the third one, see here. So third one here, what is happening? It reads line by line at once and stores in the variable line. So for which I am using the function read lines of the object FP. Okay, and in the for loop, using for loop, I am printing the contents of the variable lines. Okay, so here 5 lines were there here, so it is reading 1 line after another. It is printing here 1 line after another line. Why? Now all the lines are of that particular file lessons.all.txt is stored in the variable lines here. Now let us see how we can write and append some content to a file, and we are going to read also. So as I have just discussed, we can open the file in different modes. So in the previous example, I had opened lessons.all.txt file in the read mode. That lessons.all.txt was the file which was already created. Now let's create one more file. And we'll create that particular file in W mode. So again, to open a file, so I will just use open method, then the name of the file, then comma the opening mode. So I'm going to open the file in write mode. So if I open the file in write mode, even if suppose this vp.txt is already in existence, it will be overwritten. A new file will be created. Okay, so now we'll create a new file vp.txt and it is opening in the write mode, that is W. Now I want to write some content, so what I'm doing, I'm just writing this particular statement, say a string, hello my dear smart intelligent persons. I am storing this particular string in the variable content, and what do? I use the write method to write this particular string which is now stored in this particular variable content. Okay, so what do? fp.write, and what is the parameter for write? The parameter is content. What is content? Content now has hello my dear smart intelligent persons. Okay, so by executing this particular statement, hello my dear smart intelligent persons is stored in the file named as vp.txt. Even if vp.txt is already in existence, it is overwritten. Fine. Then I am closing it and I am just opening the same file vp.txt now in R read mode, and I am just reading the content, entire content of this particular file vp.txt with the help of this read method of the object fp and storing it in the variable content, and I am printing the value which is there, nothing but the string, nothing but the content of vp.txt, and it will be displayed, and I am closing it. Okay, now I want to append something to the existing file. So for which I have to open the file in the append mode. So again, fp is equal to open, then inside the parenthesis I'll write the name of the file, to which file I want to append, vp.txt, and I open it in append mode, that is with the character A. Okay, now what is the new content I want to append? Say again, I have written IoT Python booming now, enjoy the class. So content I have initialized with this particular string, and I again want to write or append this string into the file vp.txt. So fp.write of content. So what happens? Now this particular string will be appended to the file vp.txt. Okay, now I'm closing it, again reading that particular file vp.txt, and I'm just reading it the entire content and just displaying it with the help of print statement, and I'm just closing it. Okay, so let me run this particular program now. See, okay, you can just look at this, writing to a file, reading the just writing it is, this particular statement I have just printed, writing to a file, reading the written content from the file. So now after writing I am reading it, so I am printing it. What is that written? Hello my dear smart intelligent person. So this is what is the text, which is this is what is the string which is present in that particular file vp.txt. Then I have to append it. So I have opened again vp.txt in the append mode. So reading, so appending to a file and reading the written content from the file after appending. So what should be the new content? So earlier it was hello my dear smart intelligent persons, and to it the second string IoT Python booming and enjoy the class, booming now and enjoy the class was the appended string. So this is how you can write content to a file, and later you can append the content to the existing file. Okay, so I can just see that particular, if you want I can show you that file also. Let me just try to open it. Okay, this is lessonstall.txt. Okay, let me just open that vp.txt. So I have that vp.txt here. Okay, hello my dear smart intelligent persons, IoT Python booming now, enjoy the class. Okay, so this is what is your text file which is being created. Now let us continue with our operations on file. So here in this case, now we are going to read a specified number of bytes from the file. So initially in this particular program, I am opening this particular vp.txt in the read mode. Then I am going to read entire content, and I am just printing it, so that what I am doing is we should be able to understand, when we are going to write, when we are going to read, say here in this case 15 bytes, so we should be able to make out those 15 bytes are read from the file. Okay, so let me run the program. Okay, so here I am again putting it side by side so that it is easy for us to um, uh, analyze the program. Okay, so entire content of the file is hello, like in the previous example we have seen while writing and appending to the file named as vp.txt. So we are reading that particular file again, and this is the content, that is hello my dear smart intelligent persons, IoT Python moving now, enjoy the class. So this is actually the content of vp.txt. Okay, now here I am opening the file again on the read mode. Now I just want to read only 15 bytes, 15 bytes. So I have written here one statement, bytes is equal to fp dot read of 15. What is this read? Read is a method of the object fp. What is fp? fp is file pointer or file handler, whatever you can call it as. So I am printing those 15 bytes now. Now print those bytes. So 15 bytes are stored in this particular variable bytes, and those 15 bytes are now being printed. So specified number of 15 bytes. Here look at this. It's printed here. It's printed here. It's printed here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. So it is right from the beginning, it is printing, it is reading up to yes, because it makes 15 bytes, and those 15 bytes are displayed here. Okay, now I have one more operation here. I have one more operation, so I am closing this. Now I want to move the file pointer or file handler to a specific position in a file. So how can I do that? Of course, here first of all I have again opened this vp.txt in the read mode. Then I have to use this seek method, and here I have got two parameters. I have given here 15,0. Okay, so here what is this syntax for that? So fp.seek, then first parameter is offset, the second parameter is from what, and where fp is the file pointer. So in Python, seek function is used to change the position of the file handler to a given specific position. File handle is like a cursor which defines from where the data has to be read or written in the file. So syntax just now I have discussed. So parameters, as I have said, offset, and I have got there from what. Offset means number of position to move forward, and from what it defines point of reference. It does not return any value. Now the reference point, that is from what, the reference point is selected by the from what argument, and it accepts three values, either 0 or 1 or 2. Okay, what is 0? 0 means it sets the reference point at the beginning of the file. 1 means it sets the reference point at the current file position, and number 2 means sets the reference point at the end of the file. Okay, so here now we want to move the file pointer right from the beginning of the file for 15 positions, that is 15 bytes. Okay, so now I have moved the file pointer, then I want to read 13 bytes from that particular position onwards, So again, now here fp.seek 15,0 file pointer is moved. Now I want to read 13 bytes, so fp.read of 13, and I am going to just print those read bytes. Okay, so here right from that m, that is here, from here onwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So till I. So those 13 bytes are read and it is displayed with the help of this print statement. Then I am just closing this particular file, and one more one more method I just want to discuss is to remove a specific file. So how can I remove a specific file? Of course, I can just use this os.remove remove method, and I can give the parameter as the file which I want to delete. So for which I have to import this OS. So I have to write this import space OS so that I can use this remove method. So straight away I can use here as a, but I have commented it now, os.remove vp.text. That means this vp.text will be straight away removed. But the thing is, this vp.text should be in the same path. Now I want to check if the file exists, then delete it. Okay, so for which I can use one if statement, that is if os.path.exist vp.txt, then os.remove. Print file deleted. Else, if suppose this vp.txt is not in existence in that particular path, then it will print the file does not exist. So in this case, the file is deleted. Why? Because that vp.txt is in the same path. Okay, so this is how I can move the file pointer to a specific position. I can read the number of bytes, whatever I want, and all these operations, and at the end I have also shown you how to delete a specific file.